All right. We are live on YouTube. How is everybody doing today? How are you all doing today? We are live on the absolute best platform to go live on. Best platform to create videos on, live or pre recorded, or even shorts, in my opinion. I'll share more about why I'm even saying this at the beginning of the show here today in just a second, but I saw a video on this made by one of my favorite creators that's been doing this for well over 10 years now. And it's just very interesting what he said, and I completely agree. And that's why I keep sticking with YouTube, and I will always stick with YouTube because there's no other platform like it. And there's one thing that YouTube does that no other platform does, or at least does as well as YouTube, and I'll share more about that in a little bit. But today, I'm just going to be answering your questions. Any questions that you have regarding your personal life or your business life. And anything that you're struggling with, we can help you, start the process of working through it. Hey, NCS Queen, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. Great to see you here. It's about 67 degrees, and I'm just waiting because some of the local kids, I think it's a track team or something, they're coming on the trail all at once. I've got to navigate my way through cars and other people and try to be respectful at the same time. Anyway, today I saw an interesting posting. One of our moderators here, Casey, who's been a part of the channel for a little while now, she finally got a community tab, and she posted pictures of her and her man on her community tab. And one other individual dude was just running. Okay. I think that's all of them. And she said that she can't believe she's getting married in just 3 days. 3 days. Well, thanks for sharing those pictures, Casey. They were really nice. You and your man look great together. And we wish you nothing but the best. Nothing but health, happiness, and success to you and your man and your family. And hopefully we've been able to encourage you to accomplish your individual goals as well. That will further allow you to support and be there for your family, Yeah. A lot of these guys are just running on the trail right now. I think this is like a track team or something. And they're going on the right side. They're probably going on the right side first. And then they're going to go on the other side next. It's a major distraction when all of them come on at once. And I come out on this trail because it's pretty peaceful and quiet, and people are just walking, or sometimes people are running, but not in big groups. When you have like a big group running the trail, it gets a little distracting, so pardon me. Anyway, get your questions in the chat regarding anything that you may be struggling with, anything that you need help with. And we can chat about it and give you a little friendly nudge to take action, to start making it happen right now, to turn that part of your life around. If it's something that you want to stop doing, we can help you with that. If it's something that you want to accomplish that you haven't been able to accomplish yet, or you're too afraid to try to accomplish it, we can help you jumpstart that here today. Got 11 people here. 5 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here. Earlier today, I dropped off my lady, took her back home. On her way home, she had another phone appointment with her therapist, and it was just an amazing call. And she was just very honest with her therapist and very real, and it's such a pleasure and a joy to see my lady, work through her past demons. We all have demons, folks, no matter how good we are, right? We all have demons that we've been trying to work through. And it's just amazing, seeing this wonderful woman I've been with for 14 months now, change the aspects of her life that she's been trying to change for many, many years. And she is my lady, so I don't look at her as a client or any anything like that. I just love seeing people work through their stuff and better themselves and rise above bullshit and rise above hate. Rise above stupid stuff, right? Stupid shit, right? That's what makes me the happiest. I honestly feed, excuse me, my allergy medication that I just took about a half hour ago is really kicking in. I actually really feed off of seeing other people being successful. When you're helping people or in the business of helping people better themselves, the truth of the matter is you're only as good as your weakest link, right? You're only as good as your weakest link, right? Now, I'm not counting people that aren't open to the help. There are people that are open to help in the ways I help people, and there are people that aren't open to the help. For the people that are open to the help, as a coach, you're only as good as your weakest link, right? So for me, I always tend to pay more attention to the weakest link than people that have somewhat made strides to better themselves, right? But regardless, just seeing people turn their lives around and smile and just become more happy than they were, it's a pride and joy to see that. It really is. Every damn day, this dude's gonna bot me now. Keep botting me, dude. It's not hurting me, it's helping me. It's funny when you don't talk about people and they bot you and still do stupid shit, right? We've risen above that here in Coach Eli's world. But, to the person that's here every single day botting me, what do you think this is gonna do, right? You're also buying me a bunch of subscribers. What do you think that's going to do, right? I'm not doing it. YouTube knows I'm not doing it. And you're making my channel look better than it actually is, right? You bought me almost 2,000 subscribers this month, dude. I didn't do it. I can't control other people doing it, but that's what it is. You put this channel over 4K subs, making it look like it's bigger to the public than it actually is. You make my live streams look like you make my live streams look like there are more people here than there actually are. I really don't understand what gets you off about botting me and buying me subscribers, sir. Just, me just talking about it for a second. Are you trying to get my channel shut down? Because I'm not doing it. YouTube's not going to shut my channel down. What are you trying to accomplish? It's really dumb. Now you're doing the slow elevation of the botting, right? So you try to make it appear more legit, right? Now you're doing like, instead of it going from like 5 or 10 to 100, you say, slowly, gradually increase to 100 or something over the course of 5 or 10 minutes, right? So that way it appears more natural and legit, right? So you want to try to lead me to believe that the numbers are legit when I know they're not, and YouTube's going to remove them at the end of the stream for the replay. Hey, Tam, how you doing? Welcome to the show. All right? Welcome to the show, Tam. How you doing? Isn't it pretty late at night in your area? Yeah, I believe you were on the show last night, too, that my lady and I did. Thank you for being there. Much love, much appreciation from myself and my lady. It's 10 a.m. here, Eli. Oh, okay. Are you working, Tam, or are you? Do you have a day off today? Not working until later today? Okay, cool. So what's been on your mind, Tam? What's been going on with you? What is something that you've been trying to accomplish, but you either haven't found the time or made the time to get it going, or something else has gotten in the way? What is something that you wanted to accomplish or change about how you are doing things currently? Today we just have an open forum here. I'm answering any business and personal questions that people have regarding their relationships, marriages, or any business topics they want to discuss, working for somebody else or becoming self-employed. And while I do that, I did hear, hey Jenny, how you doing? Jenny Sadler's back. Thank you again for the super chat the other night. We appreciate that, Jenny. Hi, Eli. I'm just leaving work. I will catch you on the replay when I get my own workout in. I have to go feed my kids. I was feeling lazy, but if you did it with sciatica pain, I have no excuse. Yeah, yeah, my sciatica started happening like about a little over 2 years ago, like 2.5 years ago. And it's gotten a lot better, Besides my sciatica, I'm perfectly healthy. It's just, at times my, my right foot hurts a little bit, but when I start walking and stuff, it feels fine. I've also been doing some colon cleansing, and I got some advice today. Maybe I'll talk about that on another show. That using some probiotic stuff for gut health and keeping your gut healthy and clear, helps you in many ways with sciatica pain and even your gait, which affects the way you walk and can affect sciatica. So But yeah, I appreciate what you're saying, and sounds like you're owning it. That's what you have to do. You know, you have to call yourself out on your own shit, pardon my French, in order to make something happen. And we're all busy. Some of us have kids. Some of us are married with kids. We work. There are after school activities. There are so many things going on that the one thing we always cut out is exercise, which is one of the most important things to do because that keeps us healthy, right? And not only, keeps us looking good, feeling good, physically and emotionally, right? But thank you for that. Thank you for that comment there, Jenny. Appreciate it. So earlier today, I was going to mention this. Now that we have some people here, I was saying I was going to mention this at the beginning of the show. I was saying that YouTube is my most favorite platform. I love YouTube, and this is my primary platform. It will always be my primary platform for creating. Because I saw another video earlier today that was done by one of my favorite channels, the Think Media channel, run by Sean Cannell, a great man in his late 30s, that started, dabbling with online video as a business probably almost 15 years ago. And he started on YouTube a little over 10 years ago. And it was a hard challenge, but he was able to create a 7-figure business out of it. And he's now happily married. I believe he just had his second child. And him and his wife experienced many things. His wife almost died when they were younger. And once she recovered, they never thought they would be able to even have kids, but now they have 2. That's because they've always believed in themselves and they've never given up. I really respect Sean Cannell. As a bonus, just like me, he's a God-loving man. And he puts his faith in the Lord. He doesn't overdo it, but he mentions it every now and then, and I respect and appreciate that about him. But Sean Cannell was saying the best place to create is YouTube. Better than TikTok, better than Instagram Reels, better than Facebook, better than anywhere else. Now, he's not saying to not create on those other platforms like TikTok and Instagram, and you can get faster views there. But the one thing that you get on YouTube that you get nowhere else is you have that long form content that sticks forever like a library. YouTube is like a library of content that people are going to search forever. You've done it yourselves, folks. Whenever you need to repair something, how to repair this type of toilet, you'll find a video on it with somebody showing you how to do it, right? And what's the number one search engine in the world that people use? It's Google. Who owns YouTube? Google. So when you search for stuff on Google, what video platform are they going to recommend over the others? The one they own, YouTube, right? So why would you not create on YouTube? Lots of people have asked me, Eli, you should diversify. And I'm on the other platforms too, and I'm going to post on there as well when I can. But here's the thing. Because I've been super, super busy, and I've had to cut back on some of my marketing and stuff, I will always, always prioritize YouTube and uploading stuff and doing live stuff on YouTube over any other platform. I won't even take a day off just to work on other platforms, because that's how vital I feel YouTube is. If you folks are looking for a great content creator to follow the Think Media channel, THINK space MEDIA, run by Sean Cannell. And if you've ever thought about running a business online, you want to use YouTube to market it with video. Live video and pre-recorded videos, and even shorts too. Create your shorts on YouTube, and then you can upload them over to TikTok afterwards. I'm going to do that the moment I get a chance. I know NCS Queen was here earlier. Moderator NCS Queen has been recommending that for a while. I do have a TikTok. I just haven't had the time to go over there and do it because I prioritize YouTube for the reasons I just mentioned. So check out that channel, especially if you plan on, running your own business and using YouTube or using online video to market yourself and your business. Think Media is great. They also have a secondary channel called the Think Media Podcast that they recommend doing a podcast. They recommend doing podcasts. And as you're doing them, you can broadcast them live out to YouTube and have an audience there. That's what my lady had been doing for a while, and I was doing that even before I met my lady, and I was doing this on my own. Whenever I run live streams from the studio, it's kind of like a podcast, where we engage the audience, or I engage the audience. So that is that. Not a whole lot of people here right now, and that's okay. I'll throw in some fillers in the meantime while we wait for some people to ask some questions. Again, today is just a show where you folks can ask any question you'd like, no specific topic, any business or personal question you like regarding anything you may be struggling with. And let's get things going right now for you regarding whatever, you want to accomplish. I'll take this moment again, and it's going to sound like a broken record. But in order to accomplish anything, folks, you've got to just go for it. You got to take action. You can't be afraid. You can't say, I'm not worth it. I don't have the time. I'm too busy. I work 2 jobs. I have 5 kids. I got this. I got that. Of course, that's called life, right? The more and more and more you continue to make excuses, instead of just taking a chance regarding something that you really want to accomplish, right? Something that's been on your mind, something that probably involves your purpose, something you could probably share with the world and make money doing it at the same time, right? It's never going to happen until you say, screw it. I don't care how busy I am. I don't care if I have 100 kids, 10 husbands. I mean, I'm being sarcastic here, right? People are overwhelmed. I get it, right? I don't care how busy or overwhelmed I am. I'm going to find time, an hour at least each and every day, to focus on making this a reality. Because until you do that, you're going to be beating yourself up deep inside. Because you really, really want to do it. You really want to make your purpose a reality. And it's eating you up inside because you think you have no time or not enough time to make it happen. But you do. You just have to choose to make it happen. It's your choice, right? And maybe you cut out some other things that aren't as necessary each and every day to make it happen. You can figure out what you can cut out on your own, but you have to make that choice. Is that you, Holly? Holly's Hauntings and Happenings. Hi, Eli and everyone. Hey, Holly, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. Got 9 thumbs up. Thank you so much for being here, folks. Please smash the thumbs up. Please share this out on your community tabs. More and more channels are getting community tabs pretty soon. I believe by the end of the year, everyone will get a community tab as long as you fully verify your channel with advanced features. You can go more to the Google help pages to, see what their requirements are, or just go in on the back end of YouTube Studio from a laptop or desktop. These features are not available on the app, at least not yet, but go in from a laptop or desktop, click on the settings tab on the left, and you're going to have all those settings pop up, and go to the section, I believe it's channel and then advanced features. And you'll see what you need to do to unlock your community tab. Like I mentioned earlier today, Casey, with a couple hundred subscribers and very little content, now has a community tab. She posted pictures of her husband and herself and was stating that, I can't believe I'm getting married in only 3 days. I would never have known that unless she came here and told us, or she posted. Now, she's told us she was engaged, but we didn't know when the wedding was. But because of that community posting that I saw right before I went live, and I saw it because I have subscribed to Casey and I have banged the bell. And Casey was wondering, I have 200 subscribers, I don't even know how I got them. Well, people subscribe to you because in case you put something out, like you did, we want to get it. That proves your point, right, Casey? I got her community post because I subscribed to her and I banged the bell and selected all notifications. And I'm glad I got it because it's a great, great thing, right? It's an awesome thing. I love knowing about the positive things that happen through the community of people that my lady and I associate with out here on YouTube. Is that you, Sandra? Sandra Palacios in the house. Hey, Eli. Hey, Holly. Or hi, Holly. And greetings to everyone. Hey, Sandra. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Great to see you here. What's happening in your neck of the woods today, Sandra? Today we're just talking about, anything that people want to accomplish. I'm answering any questions, personal or business related. Anything that anyone may be struggling with or has tried to accomplish in the past and hasn't been able to. Let's start making that a reality for you folks here today. Where is that? I hear a plane and I cannot see it. Oh, it's a chopper going that way. Sandra says, it was shaking over here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention we did have an earthquake today, huh, Sandra? What was it, a 5.2 or something like that? It was like a 5.1, 5.2 earthquake epicentered, like I believe down in San Jose, near where you're at. Yeah, my lady and I did not feel it. There were some pretty strong aftershocks in the 5s, I believe, and we did not feel the earthquake at all. Yes, an aftershock. Right. Yeah, I got the notifications on my phone. I have the KTVU Channel 2 app, which is our Fox affiliate out here in the Bay Area. You know that, Sandra. And I got the notifications, and I'm like, I didn't feel shit. Also where I live, it's solid foundation. So, like when you're on solid foundation, you're going to be less likely to feel, earthquakes or feel them as much. Now, when you're on landfill, like all the homes on this side, so that's the west side with solid foundation. On this side, this is all landfill. So homes out here are on landfill. They're going to feel it more because the foundation, like I said, is landfill. It's not solid foundation. And it's compacted and it's safe, but you're gonna feel it more. The difference between being on solid foundation and on landfill, it's kind of like wearing shoes versus wearing skates. The skates are, the analogy I'm using for, landfill. And shoes are flat, and they're not going to slip or slip as much for solid foundation on the other side. I think it's the KGO News Chopper. It's red. KGO 810 here in the Bay Area. Senator Palacio says, and we had an earthquake drill Saturday. It's the rumble that's freaky. Yeah, you're right. And Holly's Hauntings and Happenings says, hi, Sandra. It's a beautiful night out here. It's about 65 degrees. Light wind. I feel wonderful. My lady has darts tonight, so her and I are not going to be doing a show together. I might do a show later tonight by myself, possibly. Or I may just end up taking the night off. I'm a little tired. I've been helping out my lady with some other things. I helped my lady redo her resume over the last couple days. I wrote a kick-ass resume for the days when I was, in the corporate world. And I did it in Microsoft Word, and it was interesting because in my younger days, a friend of my mom's, and this woman a little bit older than me, she would always get really good jobs because she would always have a great resume. And she sent me her resume in Word format like over 25 years ago. Maybe a little longer than that. And I've always kept the template. And whenever I need to write another resume for someone else, it's real simple to do it. It's formatted beautifully. And that is something that I could do for people. I will say that it's not going to be cheap for me to write your resume because it takes a lot of time and detailed work. So I'm not even going to mention what I would charge for that. Just say it's not going to be cheap. I mean, it's affordable, but just say we're looking in the hundreds. It's a lot of work. Eli's resume writing services. Well, that's funny. That's not something I even promote that I offer, but I could do that. I can offer that as part of my coaching services, but that's a standalone package. That's going to be a good chunk of money. Plus, I used to work for Office Max and Office Depot, and I learned a lot about different types of paper. And my lady was real impressed when I whipped out some very high quality resume paper earlier today, gray resume paper, 32-pound thickness, and a nice resume texture it's 100% cotton. So regular paper is 20 pound, 32 pounds a little thicker. So it's very professional. And I said, you know what, baby? Because she's applying for some jobs right now. So you know what, baby? I'm going to print you 2 hard copies. Even though they just want a digital one, when you show up to the interview, you can blow their mind away. Because most of these kids nowadays won't even show up with a resume in hand. They just show up with the application, or they submit their resume online. You show up with this high quality resume paper with your resume on it, and you're going to be leaps and bounds ahead. So I was helping my lady out with with that and some other things, and we've just been plugging away at a lot of stuff, merging our lives together. Merging our lives together. Holly, you probably remember when you started to merge your life together with your current husband, right? Started out happening very slowly, and then it just kept on happening, and it just felt like it was happening real quick, and then boom, there you are. It was fun, says Holly. Well, that's nice to hear. It's nice to hear, Holly. It's always nice to hear. I mean, I love my woman, and yeah, we try to make it as fun as it can be, but there's been so much to do, and between that and running this business here, and then my lady's gonna go out. She's been looking for some part-time work. She's gonna get some part-time work until the business here starts to take off. Hopefully by hopefully early on in 2023, things will really start to take off here, and we've got some great things in store that are going to bring more value. So there you go. I gotta say, I'm pretty hungry right now. I really haven't eaten that much today. I didn't really eat too much yesterday. I'm kind of feeling like lower on energy than usual. I'm okay. I just feel like I need to eat like a cow right now. I need like a ton of protein. This is very interesting. There's been a bunch of different choppers flying the area. There must be like an accident up north on the 101. I'm not used to hearing all those choppers. They say finances. They say finances, moving, pregnancy, some of the most stressful things in relationships. They are. Well, don't have to worry about pregnancy because my lady's going through menopause and she's got the IUD anyway, so it doesn't matter. Just felt like throwing that one in there. But yeah, moving and finances. Yeah, that's exactly, that's what we're trying to figure out, all of that. And we've done a great job so far. And after the show I did yesterday, Holly, my lady was talking with me, and actually she mentioned something on the show. She's got, family and friends that will help her with the move. And I'm going to help, obviously, too, but I don't have the resources, that she has regarding, people having trucks. See, all my friends that used to do that kind of stuff, they've moved away. They're out of the area, and so it's like not feasible. But she's got great resources still, which is great. And that definitely does take, some of the load off the moving. And it's not even the actual, the physical labor of the moving is one thing that can be tiring. That it's not even that. It's the astronomical cost of moving nowadays, unless you rent a U-Haul and do it yourself, right? But see, at this point right now, it's like, taking time away, to do a move the U-Haul way is gonna put me out of commission from running my business out here for a weekend. I just can't do that. That would affect, you know, the growth of the business and the channels out here. So, it's one of those things that you just have to, just talk out, figure out the best way to do it and get it done. And once it's done, it's all great. But yeah, I would say in our case, finances and money. Sorry, that's the same thing. Finances and moving. And yes, for other people, pregnancy is one. Yep. But even with pregnancy, my lady and I were talking about this today. You know, like nowadays, there's no reason. There's no reason for unplanned pregnancies, right? So many methods of birth control, semi-permanent birth control, the IUD, the ring, the patch, there's the shot. Obviously, there's condoms, but most people don't like them, and they can break, so they're not even the most reliable, even if you're using them, right? And my lady was saying that when when these young ladies and boys, young girls and boys are growing up, their parents are not talking with them about sex education. They're thinking that if we don't talk about it with them, they're not going to do it. But that's not the right thing. You got to talk with them about it, because if not, you're going to have an unplanned pregnancy happening, because kids are going to explore, right? But that's the parents to blame. Now, as far as, if you're in your 20s, right? If you're in your 20s, and, there's an accidental pregnancy that happens in your relationship, that's not an accident. That's just carelessness on the man and the woman in the relationship, because it's carelessness on the man not asking if she's on birth control. It's carelessness not being on birth control or talking about it as a man, asking your partner or your woman that you're with, making you aware that she is or isn't on birth control. You got to talk about it, right? But one thing that does happen at times is that, a man and the woman start dating and the woman's not on birth control. And maybe they talk about it, but then they say, oh, we'll use the pull-out method, right? Right? Which, I'm not saying it doesn't work. It can work if you do it right. But it's still risky, because you could slip, right? Or, sometimes, there is such a thing as, the ovulation clock, right? And so sometimes women will say, use the rhythm method. I'm safe right now, right? So the guy says, okay, you're safe during this time. They do the thing. Next thing you know, they get pregnant, right? Sometimes that rhythm method can change, because the woman's cycle can change. It usually doesn't change, but it can change, right? So yeah, when it comes to pregnancy nowadays, you got to think as a man before you dip your stick in there. And as a woman, you got to think before you just let a man have his way with you. You got to talk about these things. There's another chopper. Yeah, there have been a lot of choppers flying around here lately. Maybe it's due to traffic, or maybe they're just looking for something. Does she have that much stuff? Furniture? Hey, Carl, I see you. What's going on, man? I think you asked that, Sandra. No, there she is. Not too much furniture. Hey, babe, how you doing? Welcome to the show, babe. Great to see you here. No, she doesn't have a lot of stuff. It's just, she has a big TV, queen size bed, and those are going to be difficult to move. We need either a U-Haul or a truck to move them. Yeah, what I'm concerned mainly about is the bigger stuff. The smaller stuff, we can make a few trips by car and get that. It's just the bigger stuff. She doesn't have a whole lot of stuff. It's a fantastic day over there today, I see, says Carl L. Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate that. Hey, Carl, whatever happened to your wheelchair gaming guy channel? Is it still around, or did you change it, or what happened with that, bro? Beautiful. And traffic's moving very slowly on the 101. It's rush hour. Holly says nice. Anyway, today again I'm just answering questions, business and personal questions. I'm getting really tired of this helicopter just flying over the same area. Now it's flying right over me. Like, look. That looks like the KGO chopper. It just made like a U-turn. I think it's heading back now to the studio. They probably have a helipad right on the top. KGO News Talk Radio 810 is in San Francisco. But of course, they cover the entire Bay Area, the entire San Francisco metropolitan area. Those choppers are just very distracting. Yeah, I mean, the freeway's moving a little slower than normal, even for rush hour, so it's probably an accident. So yeah, get your questions, comments, concerns in the chat here, folks. Any business and personal questions, anything that you've been struggling with to accomplish, any bad habit that you want to break. We can definitely help you, get you on your way to remove a bad habit or to get something great going that you wanted to get going for a while, but you've just kept on making excuses and putting it off for one reason or another, right? Yeah, I'm really, really starving right now. I'm hungry as hell. I think I might go get myself some Hawaiian barbecue. Hey, Pablo, how are you doing, bro? Welcome to the show. Great to see you here, man. Hello, all, says my lady. What's going on, Pablo? What have you been up to today, man? Oh, by the way, so I received that, I was talking the other day that on my older Sony 1080p Bravia TV in my bedroom, the Hulu app no longer works on there. It's no longer supported because it can't be updated on that TV. So I had to finally get a Roku, and I've always wanted to get a Roku for the Sony because the older Sony TVs, I think the newer ones use the Android system like the Samsungs do, but the older ones had like a Linux system or something that was like Sony proprietary, and it just only had like 9 apps on there. But it had the 9 main ones, right? But since, Hulu is no longer supported and my lady has a Hulu subscription, I said, screw it, I'll just get a Roku unit. And I got the top of the line Roku Ultra 2022 unit. And it's very fast. It has a nice remote, and through the remote it also has private listening. Through the remote you can plug in these earbuds, so if my lady wants to watch her shows in the bedroom while I'm sleeping or something, or like reading a book or doing something else, like, it won't interrupt me. It's pretty cool. Nothing too much. My YouTube shorts of my paintings are getting view botted, and I am not doing it. Very strange, I think. Well, yeah, I mean, here's the thing, Pablo. There are people in this community, there are people all over YouTube that just do stupid shit, right? They'll live view bot you, they'll buy you subscribers. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this, stream, and I don't think you were here. This dude's bought me almost like 1,500 subscribers this month, and he live view bots me every day. And I'm like, dude, you're making my channel look better than it is. YouTube's not going to shut me down. I'm not the one doing it. It's you doing it. So it's just making my channel look like Coach Eli 2 probably has about 12 or 1,300 legitimate subs. The rest are bought by him. That's what I'm guessing. Right? It doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form. As a matter of fact, when people see the channel, wow, Coach Eli 2 now has 4K subs? Well, yeah, we grew, I guess. Right? It doesn't matter what's the truth or not. It matters what people see and what they perceive. So these people view botting us and buying the subs to try to play games or get a reaction or try to get us shut down, they're only helping us, not hurting us. It's that same KGO chopper. It is the KGO chopper. That's really weird. I'm hearing another chopper up above. Maybe they're trying to find somebody. I don't know, but they've been up in the air here. Like, multiple choppers have been up in the air over the last couple days. It's really freaking distracting. It's really, really loud. Hey, Scotty, how you doing? I use a Fire Stick, but I really don't watch much TV, honestly. Yeah, Amazon has the Fire Stick. Those are pretty good, too. Those are pretty good too. I almost thought about that, but my lady has a Roku TV. I believe you said you have one too, Pablo. And Roku's one of the originals that was doing this even before TV started getting, built-in Wi-Fi and software, capabilities for streaming. So yeah, no, my TVs have it integrated. It's just my Sony TV, doesn't use the Android operating system, and it has limitations to the amount of apps, and it can't be upgraded. I think the newer Sony TVs now, are like the Samsungs, where you don't need a Roku, and you can just download any app and update any app. So you hit 1.k subs, Scotty. Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on what you've been up to lately. We consider you a friend here, my lady and I. You're a moderator here. You're connected with us behind the scenes. What is your next move for your channel, Scotty? What do you plan on doing next? You don't plan on going back and forth with unnecessary and unreasonable people. It's just not worth it. I have most of the streaming services over here, but I never find... Whoops, sorry. It's blocking my camera. But I never find anything to watch still. LOL. There's plenty to watch. There is plenty to watch. It just depends what you enjoy. I enjoy action adventure the most. Like shows that I like. If you've seen the movie The Fugitive with Harrison Ford, like that's action adventure. I love action adventure shows, right? I'm not really into the comedy. So I'm not really into the like the crime drama. The crime drama can be okay, but too much of it kind of gets to me because it's presented in a more like dramatic, overly dramatic way. Whereas I like watching shows like Burn Notice and what's the other one? White Collar, shows that were on USA that are like let this person walk on by. That are more action adventure. Crime's involved, but it's more of an action adventure type of crime show than more of an overly dramatized and, how do I say this the right way? Kind of like a Law and Order. I used to really like Law and Order, but I'm not even really into Law and Order anymore because it's overly dramatized and it's just a little bit more of a slower pace for me. Like I like fast-paced shows like Burn Notice and White Collar, stuff like that. Shows that are a little bit more upbeat, have more upbeat music. Like Law and Order has like more melancholy type of music. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me though. Just find something, find the genre you like, and I'm sure you'll find something out there. Carl? Not here in Australia and New Zealand. I like the true crime stuff. Me too, Carl. I like NCIS. NCIS is not bad. Yeah, they don't make that show anymore. NCIS, I believe, was on CBS for a while. Yeah, I think it's Naval Crime Investigation Service or something like that, Scotty. It's the Navy's investigative service. Yeah, that was a pretty cool show because it had to do with the Navy. Like, I'm kind of like really tired of the the city crime drama type of stuff. I like things that are a little bit different and out of the ordinary and not the same old shit. I guess the same old stuff just kind of gets played out for me, but that's just me. Sandra says, I like going to the theater to catch a movie. I don't watch TV. I have no idea about the shows now. Cool. Scotty says, today I slept a lot. Been thinking on what to do next since I officially beat those people today. Might do some coffee streams and maybe some live music shows with interviews and stuff. Well, Scotty, respectfully speaking, we love you here, right? And you know my thoughts about what you're talking about, right? I mean, you say you beat those people, right? And I don't think it even boils down to you beating them beating you, or me beating them or them beating me. This is the one thing that people just don't understand about certain creators out here, especially the one you're talking about, right? It's not about him winning or us winning or him losing or us losing. It's about making content out of any fucking thing possible. That's all it boils down to. And any type of content you make on them, they'll make on you because that's their content, right? So I respectfully speaking, if you want to chalk it up to you beating another creator on YouTube that just reacts to videos in the same way as you do, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, whatever works for you. Yeah, in my mind, I said what I had to say and I'm done. I proved my point and I'm done, so I win. Well, that's great if you feel you win, Scotty. I don't think it's a winning situation. I don't think it's a situation where either side wins. But if that's the way you want to look at it, I think here's the thing. Respectfully speaking, Scotty, I think once you finally process through the whole thing and you're truly over it, it's not going to matter to you whether you win or lose or they win or lose. Because it's not a winning or losing matter here. It's just stupid. That's the bottom line. That's all it is. But if it makes you feel better to feel like you won, then I tip my hat to you. Congratulations. I say that respectfully. I totally do. Lots of traffic on the 101. Cool. I love live music. I have a hangout here that has live music every night. Love it. That's awesome. Live music shows, like going to concerts and streaming them for your channel. Well, you could depending on, if it's a cover band or if it's a real band, you could probably get away with streaming a cover band because a lot of their stuff is probably not going to be copyrighted and not going to be in YouTube's content ID system. I mean, even if you went to a concert of a major band, the concert version of the song is going to be different than the actual one that you hear on the radio or streaming services nowadays, and that's in YouTube's content ID system. So you may be able to get away with it, but they can always still file a manual copyright takedown on you. Anyone can. But that's something I would never do. I mean, it'd be cool. I've seen people do it. Typically, people that stream from concerts are just creators that do it for fun, and their channels aren't monetized, and they don't care about any claims or copyright strikes or anything. I personally wouldn't do it. I'd take footage just to have for my own viewing pleasure, or my lady's viewing pleasure, and other people we may hang out with, but I would never put it out there publicly. At least not on YouTube. I fall asleep quicker with drama content, LOL, unless it's wrestling storylines. So let me ask you, Holly, that's an interesting question. Why do you fall asleep faster to drama content? I'm just wondering. What is it with you ladies and drama content? Because my lady is the same way. She likes having her drama shows on streaming, right? And falling asleep to them, right? And then when she falls asleep when she's with me, I lower the volume down. So I still leave the TV on because it helps us both sleep. But she has it on loud, and she loves to hear the drama, right? But then she has nightmares. It's background noise. Oh, okay, so it's background noise, right? Has your husband gotten used to it? That's the thing about living with a woman or spending the night with a woman, right? You got to do shit their way, and it has to be. I mean, listen, even for strong guys like myself, good guys like myself, you can't question that. You can't challenge that. You just can't. Women are very set in their ways with their, with the way they sleep and background noise they need, like TV noise or whatever else, right? Maybe they need some essential oils, and that's not a bad idea because I like that too. I'm just saying, like, doesn't matter how strong of a guy you are. You start living with a woman, shit's going to change real fast, according to what you're, or compared to what you're used to, or how you're used to living, which is what I'm trying to say, compared to how you're used to living. It helps you sleep like rain on a tin roof, says Holly. Sandra says, I have to have a stream or radio on too. Yeah, sometimes, I will leave like CNN on in the background. I'll leave it very low, like on 2 or 3 volume or 4 at the most. It's barely audible, but it has the right amount of lighting. And if I get up in the middle of the night to use the restroom, I can see the CNN ticker with breaking news and see if anything's happened. But that's to the extent of, having somebody in the background while I'm sleeping, right? The drama stuff, it just keeps me awake or makes me restless. Especially if it's too loud. And my lady likes it louder. She likes it like on 8 or 9 or 10 volume at least. Oh, I am starving today. I think I may just take the night off and go get myself some Hawaiian barbecue on the way home. Let's see, Holly says, oh, CNN, talk about drama, LMA. Well, Holly, in all fairness, your household probably watches Fox News because they're the more conservative news reporting agency, and then CNN's the more liberal one, right? So I understand, and I've said this before, Holly, I'll say it again. You're right. You know, the government is the most, drama centric organization on the planet. I think they created drama. That's why they created the party, so that way we can fight, you know, over what the right things are to do to better our country, right? Instead of working together, which is the actual, right thing to do, right? It's always been left versus right instead of let's get together and do what's best for the overall aspect and interests of everyone, right? But you're right. And I don't know if I'd necessarily say that CNN, both CNN and Fox at times do amp things up for the ratings, but I don't even watch them. Honestly, I just I read the ticker. All I do is I read the ticker. Sometimes I may watch a show. I may watch the news a little bit, right? But you're right. It is over dramatized for commercials and ratings. Very true. It's politics. It's drama. It is drama. Yep. Yeah, it is. It really is. Yeah, folks, I'm making an executive decision tonight. I'm taking the night off. I am feeling a little bit tired. I'm really hungry. How's it going, man? Another day, another few pounds to go for me. I'm trying to shed a couple pounds. I'm actually trying to shed about 5 pounds right now. I was bulking up for a little while, and now I'm trying to tone up a little bit. There was a point where I might have been getting a little bit too scrawny, but now I'm at the mass I want to be at. Now I just want to tone up. And I get enough exercise in, but I need to start lifting more, and I also need to eat a little bit better, right? And even cut out the sweets I have once or twice a week. I don't eat sweets every day, but I have a cheat day once or twice a week. And it's not going to necessarily get me out of shape, but if you really want to tone up and get super fit, you got to really discipline yourself with no cheat days for like 3 or 4 months straight. And that's hard to do. It's hard to do. Especially this time of the year. During the holidays. And then in addition, for me, my lady and I are going to be moving in together soon. So there's just, forget about it. Not going to happen right now. Well, yeah, apparently we were getting botted. We're getting botted a different way now, where it's slowly creeping up to 50, but there are actually 10 people here. So there are 10 legitimate people here. So the botter is getting a little bit smarter, trying to outsmart me, thinking that, okay, these are real live views, and Eli's going to get excited. But no, dude. You don't think I know how many people are here? I see 10 too. I do. I see 10 people here and 16 thumbs up. But those are what they've been doing too, is they've been playing with the thumbs up and down. You know who it is. It's not a big deal. It's stupid. Just laugh at it, right? Again, the funny thing to me about all the stupid shit that's happening to my channel and happens to other people like me in a similar way is the time it takes for those people to do it. They have to invest the time to do it. Like, I just don't have the time. to troll like that. And if I did, I'd troll the shit out of all of you. You'd all be done. I mean, hats off. You'd be done, right? I just don't have the time to do it or desire to do it. It's not who I am. But I can recognize it. And it takes a lot of time. It's stupid. It's a waste of time. You remember that old commercial, Eli, that had the recorded voice messages? What commercial was that, Holly? You got to remind me. The old commercial that had the recorded voice messages. Can you remind me what company did it? Or what product it was for? Nobody cares, nobody cares. That said, nobody's home, nobody's home. I still don't recall that. What product was that? Is there a YouTube video of that commercial available? A blast from the past, Holly? It was in the 80s, just a cassette tape recording. It was a cassette tape recording with no promotion of any product. If you can find a link to that commercial, I'd love to check it out. It's not popping in my head right now. It's not ringing any bells. Let's see. All right, folks, we're getting towards the end of the trail. Get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in about 10 minutes or less. I will send a link to the commercial in the mod chat. Sounds good. Fantastic. I bet once I see it, I'll probably remember it because I remember pretty much all the commercials from the 80s. I mean, I used to be a TV-aholic during that time. And in the 80s, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have any of the streaming stuff. You had to watch TV. You had to watch commercials, right? Yeah, I'm feeling like hungry and tired. My body's saying, Eli, it's time to take a break. I'm really, really pushing myself to make it off this trail because I right now I honestly feel like just sitting down on this trail and taking a nap. And see, folks, even I have those moments. Like, I'm not superhuman. Even people that are in decent shape and exercise regularly and take care of themselves, we have those moments where we feel exhaustion. And that's because we have other things in life that we have to prioritize at times. And sometimes, like I've been helping my lady out lately. I've been doing my things, helping her with her things. So it's like a double load. And baby, I'm not saying that to complain. I love you. I'll help you on anything. It's my pride and joy to do that. But it still takes energy out from the beast. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we've got 14 people now, and we still have 16 thumbs up. What, until you bastards decide to remove them to try to act all cool? Lead Eli to think that he has more likes than he has? Thank you, Holly, for taking care of that. Oh, it is in the chat now. You're saying that wonderful individual's in the chat now, huh? Oh, it's in the mod chat. You shared the link. Oh, you shared the link in the mod chat, in the private moderator chat on Facebook Messenger behind the scenes. Okay, great. I'll check it out a little bit later tonight. It's a beautiful night here. I cannot complain. But like I was saying, folks, even I have moments of where, I push myself. And I was feeling a little bit tired earlier, but not as tired as I'm feeling now. Sometimes you're feeling okay enough to start a 3.5 mile walk, but because, other things you did that day, were already starting to wear you down. Sometimes you're going to run out of energy in the middle of a 3.5 mile walk. And that's what happened to me. It's like once I got to the other side, started coming back after I did, 1 3/4 to 2 miles, and then, had another 1.5 miles to go to come back out. I've been feeling tired. In that situation, just got to do the best you can to say, hey, I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. I'm like the little engine that could. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can, right? And guess what? Here I am. I made it because I'm determined. And, I'm not the kind of guy that's going to fall flat on my face. We've got some people coming up on that side, so I'm going to come around this side. Give me a second, folks. No one is indestructible, right? I think what I'm trying to say is, fatigue can set in at any moment, especially if you've already had a long day and a very productive day. And if fatigue sets in, do the best you can to get yourself to safety. And if you're on a trail like mine, start turning around. Don't go further deeper into the trail. Turn around and head back. And if you need to take breaks and sit down and rest, and now somebody's coming on this side, so I got to come back over here because there's not enough space on the sidewalk. It's such a small and narrow sidewalk. And then I want to antagonize that dog. That lady had a dog. And a lot of times my selfie stick antagonizes these dogs. I've had dogs bark from me across the street with the selfie stick. So, I just do my best to avoid it. It's all good. All right, folks, please smash the thumbs up. Share this out. Subscribe, bang the bell, select notifications. Right here on Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams. Also subscribe to my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas. Nightbot's been sharing the link every 7 minutes in the chat, or just go to youtube.com/lifecoacheli. That's youtube.com/lifecoacheli. Or the handle at lifecoacheli or at Coach Eli 2 here on this channel right here. The link to the other channel is also below in the description for those of you on the replay, a couple lines down. We are leaving 8 in the box, 17 thumbs up. They want to play with your stick, LOL. Well, that's all good, Holly. That's wonderful. I wonder what my lady would say about that if she was still here. I think she's on her way to darts. All right, folks. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm taking the rest of the night off. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take it easy. If anyone needs anything that's connected with me on Facebook, you can message me there. If not, or if you're not connected there, then email me, Coach Eli at coach@melas.com. I'll get back to you when I can. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other. LMAO, says my lady. All right.